Cancer, and welcome to your June 2018 general reading. So, what have we got for you, Cancer? Your additional guidance card is the Sun card and a change in the wind. Okay, so I looked at your supportive card, and your supportive card is a Tower. The Tower brings change, it brings reconstruction, it breaks down the old so something new can be born. It's essentially a card of being liberated from restrictive circumstances. Sometimes it comes as a aha moment. You can't control it. It's like that bolt of lightning when new awareness comes to you, new understanding of a situation, or even someone comes into your life and they rock your world completely. That's what the Tower card represents. One of my favourite major arcanas. So I might ask where this change is coming, but let's look. You enter June with the Seven of Wands and the Three of Wands. So these are the cards that have been around you for a little while. The Three of Wands traditionally is a card about waiting, okay? It's also a card about desiring to expand your life. Look at the bird. He's looking over this vast ocean and he's got these three wands that he's already picked up, okay? The threes are all about expansion. So as a desire to cross some horizons, Cancer, and that's probably why you've got the Tower card, is you want to break free of a restrictive set of circumstances. Not sure where these circumstances are. I will ask for more insight. It's with the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is notoriously, a lot of readers class is a defensive card. Yes and no, because to me it's a card, it can be a bit like that, but it's also about emotional self-control, having self-esteem, sort of honouring yourself a bit, so you're being mindful about the people that you let into your life and the people and events that you allow to impact your emotional world, because behind this door is your inner world. And personally, I'm quite happy to have this guardian on my inner world. It can appear as defensive sometimes, but only you know how these cards play out in your life, okay? I'm going to grab my deck, sorry. So what you most want is a Fool card. The Fool is that liberation. It's where we start and it's where we end. It's our true home. It's that place we live in the here and now. We don't feel, we don't feel chained to people, places and things. We live and we love in the present moment. It's also the Zero. So I'm not sure if some Cancers feel you've been embroiled in some circumstances, and what you're craving is a sense of freedom, okay? And what's going to help you is a Tower card, and that's what the Tower's true purpose is. It takes away situations, circumstances that aren't for our highest good. And from that, we become this full energy. We emerge as a new person with a new destiny in front of us. When I do my birth chart and my tarot readings, and if a person feels stuck and depressed, there's certain planetary aspects that I look for and see, is this person going to have change? The Tower card is that planetary aspects I look for to say there's change in the wind, there's a sense of new life coming your way. Your challenge is the Seven of Discs, so there might be a sense of holding attention between moving to the Fool card, the Tower liberating you, and meeting the needs of the Seven of Discs, which can be about financial needs. It can be about having to be that little bit tiny, a little bit patient to allow a process to work its way through. Because with it comes the Six of Swords. This is the River of Change, okay? And a lot of people avoid the River of Change because they fear the unknown. But on the other side is what you seek, Cancer. Now, I'm not quite sure what's on this other side, but that is what your heart is seeking, because you're seeking this Fool to be set free of a set of circumstances that maybe have got you feeling chained, feeling oppressed, and feeling unable to move. That is when the Tower is our best friend. In the relationship house, you've got the Magician card. So you might be, for some Cancers, this is going to manifest as a very hypnotic, almost magical attraction to someone, okay? Very often it appears that way in a love reading. Not always. That might be a message for some people, and I'm laughing because the King of Wands is with it. So this is going to appear as a very, very intense force of attraction for some Cancerians. I mean, all we need is the Devil now, and it's like, holy wow, very intense energy that's pulling you towards someone. It's probably going to manifest as sexual energy, because it's the sexual energy that makes a relationship happen. And then the deeper elements also need to be there. But some Cancers are definitely going to meet someone, or it's already someone who's in your life. And the relationship's pretty intense at the moment, basically. I really, really like both cards. So I have got I'll be doing my relationship readings hopefully next week, guys. But I'm really busy, but I'm going to try and do them. Stuff's going on here, Cancer, and it's right, the Fool's right over it. Because there's nothing like some serious passion to set you free from a limited set of circumstances. And for some Cancerians, you might be getting that. Money and work, you've got the King of Swords with the Six of Discs. So the King of Swords again, very, very business-like this guy would be. Some Cancerians might be asked to be a bit more impartial, less guided by their emotional world when it comes to money. Some of you might be going for an interview with the Six of Discs. There's something that needs to be balanced out in your financial life. Because if you see the scale, this guy is trying to bring the scales into harmony. And try not allow your financial or work decisions be led by your emotions, Cancer. That's sort of what these cards are saying to me. Don't make choices based on your emotions, but on your logic when it comes to money. Now, in your soul, you've got the Empress, which is about love, basically. She's love, she's prosperity, she's abundance, she's the very earthy side of love, represented by Taurus. So this is the love that you can feel and touch. Because sometimes we're in relationships, and those relationships are more feelings, but they don't ever become something. The Taurus is that very tangible. She's also about motherhood, family, the home, the heart, sensuality, massage. But she's essentially, at a soul level, she's a number 3, and she rules the heart. And that very sensual, very earthy part of us. Very, very beautiful to have here, Cancer, I have to say. Now your outcome is the Temperance card, which is about balance in all things. It's also learning to spiritualize your emotions, which simply means you learn to follow your gut. You learn to follow your deeper brain and you let it guide your life, because our temperance works when we follow it no matter what, okay? When we stop following our instinct, we lose our emotional power. And as a Cancer, you're fueled by emotions. And if you want those emotions to be more powerful, you need to learn to trust your calling. Trust where you've been led and trust where you've been guided, okay? So I'm going to clarify a couple of these cards, okay? The Wheel of Fortune with the Fool and the Tower card. Wow. Some of you are going to have quite a profound date with destiny this month, okay? And it's this wheel that's turning that's going to knock down the old structures, so you can bring forward this essence of yourself, Cancer. This brave, spirited fool, which no longer listens to fear, but follows its own impulse, jumps off the cliff because it knows the universe has its back. There's some date with destiny. I think for some of you it's going to be in the form of a relationship. For some of you it might be in the form of something to do with work, reaching out, reciprocity, authenticity, going for an interview. But there's some sort of meeting with destiny here. It might mean you need to cross the river of change. It's entering into the unknown. That's when we get frightened, and that's when we cling to the old, when actually the universe is actually inspiring to take you forward into a new level of being, Cancer. I only like it because at a soul level, you've got the Taurus card, so you're really grounded and really solid in your own self. So I don't think there's anything to worry about. The trick is to do everything slowly, take your time, because the Tower can represent really rapid change. And the trick with it is to have emotional self-control, not emotional oppression, but emotional self-control, where you learn to keep everything really slow, so the growth process is more keeping with the earth element rather than sudden shocking developments. The Temperance card means you're going to get this emotional balance, by the way. That's exactly what's going on, but it's definitely some huge meeting, very fated meeting going on for Cancers this month, okay? And I like it. And don't fear the river of change. Everyone does, by the way, including myself. But what I do, Cancer, is I go anyhow. I feel that fear, but I just go. And I trust in one way or another, when I get to the other side, my life is going to be better. And you know what it always is? It's always a return to more and more and more sense of empowerment and happiness. Very exciting times, Cancer, okay? I'll be back next week, hopefully for my love readings, but I might not be able to do it, okay? Loads of love, bye.